For decades, people around the world have displayed a range of special powers and abilities. These powered beings came together and built superpowered cities to thrive in. My name is Angus, and I'm a journalist for the Daily Deposit. My partner Sal and I interview the citizens of Super City, investigating incidents and exploits, and helping where we can, holding the powerful accountable. Because heroes don't do paperwork. Hello, super citizens, and welcome to Heroes Don't Do Paperwork, the only podcast about events both big and small in Super City. I'm one of your hosts, Angus, joined as always by my co-host Sal. How you doing, Sal?
I'm doing well.
We are reporters in Super City, and we're here to bring you the news
in a nice, tight little package.
Yes. This
little bundle of news.
I guess I wouldn't necessarily describe this podcast as like tight. Like where there's a lot of fluff, you know, but I like that. That's our goal, you know, is to make this succinct and kind of
think about what type of pillow do people like best? A fluffy one. What type of cat do people like best? A fluffy one.
A fluffy cat. What kind of
news?
What kind of milkshake?
Like? A fluffy one.
Sorry. Thank you. Yeah, and then news, fluffy news. We do fluff pieces from time to time. We fluff it up. We're fluffers.
We're fluffers.
We're fluffers. Sal and I were big fluffers. Yeah. Just we take news and we just give it that little extra, you know, just give it a little extra attention so that it's nice and fluffy.
Your news isn't hitting hard enough. You just gotta fluff it up.
Speaking of news, Sal, like what have you been up to? Are you working on anything? Or are you?
Well, okay. Hear me out. I took over doing the crossword this week.
That's wow. Okay.
And I breezed right through the verticals.
Yeah.
Right down the downs.
The downs. Yeah.
The downs, easy peasy.
Easy.
But and this is something I probably should have worked out before doing all the downs. Is that the acrosses sort of have to interweave there.
I wouldn't say sort of. I would say they have to. I
guess what I'm getting at here is that I shouldn't have used so many words with Q's in them.
Okay, yeah, that's a tricky one.
Yeah, acquiesce, acquire,
Albuquerque.
I used Albuquerque 3 times.
Really?
Well, wow. It fits in so many different ways.
Well, yeah, and you did take that trip there once for spring break, so you know.
Exactly.
That was your spring break instead of like, you know, like one of the big like
Florida or California.
You went to Albuquerque.
I went to Albuquerque. I went to the Cork Museum.
The Cork Museum. What was the coolest piece of the Cork Museum?
The cork.
That makes sense. I don't know what I was expecting there, but okay, cool. Okay, cool.
But sorry, I'm kind of working my way through that. A lot of. Anyways, you know what? If the listeners want to hear about it, they can do the crossword. So
they can do the crossword, we've given them a couple hints, lots of cues.
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
Oh, you've been practicing your Elvish. Good.
Thank you. Yeah, cool. That's great. I actually, we talked last week about, I said I was kind of moonlighting. I was doing an announcer voice for like trailers, and that got me some cameo work, and I admitted to something that I wasn't exactly proud of. I had been hired by the Hint Man to spoil a fantasy novel series for some person, and I felt bad. So I tracked this guy down, and I tried to make things right. I found this guy, Michael R.R. Michaels.
Michael R.R. Michaels.
Michael R.R. Michaels. MRRM. And I found him, and I made my case to him. I apologized, but I couldn't undo the damage I did. And then I realized maybe there was a way I could. So I took Michael down to there's a lab that they have billboards all over the city, and their whole kind of thing is they will cut out parts of your memory.
That's safe.
Yeah. So it's like, wouldn't it be better to forget? That's kind of their thing. Instead of lest we forget, they say yes, we forget. That's kind of their slogan. Yeah,
pithy.
It's got a bit of like a Canadian.
Surprisingly pithy for Super
yeah,
City.
It's not bad. Very much like I believe that's is that like that Remembrance Day poem? Flanders Field. Anyway, I'm not
Right.
Canadian. I'm a citizen of Super City, so I wouldn't know. Anyway. So I took this guy there, Michael, and it was nice. He was a good guy, and he was a good sport about it. I paid for the whole thing. And
Michael's surprisingly trusting person. We're letting you, relative stranger.
Well, he recognized me from the thing, and I pleaded my case, I think, pretty effectively. And then I walk into this place with him, and they're all the people behind the desk were like, "Oh, hey, Angus," and I was like, "What are you talking about? I've never been here before." And then they were like, "Oh, right, fuck. We were talking
kind of
about
like an eternal
Angus.
sunshine of a spotless mind scenario.
I guess so. I've never seen it, or have I? So I took him in, and then everyone got a little awkward. They cut out that part of the thing. So there was some a little bit of weirdness there, but I felt good about doing like what I thought was doing the right thing and giving this person another chance at kind of experiencing their the thing they missed out on, from their favorite fantasy series, which I think was
I believe it was a Throne of Thorns.
A Throne of Thorns, something like that. One of those blanks of blanks.
Exactly.
One of those book series.
Just remember, listeners, that if you ever want to experience your favorite book again for the first time, you too can have experimental brain surgery to have those memories taken away.
Yeah, it's not a laser or anything. They go in through the eye.
The old ice pick.
Mike was very chill afterwards.
If
and
it
totally
worked for the Kennedys, why not for you?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're definitely going to say that worked. That was like a big success. Do some research, people. Okay, well, and then kind of on the topic of making things right, we actually had a guest booked last episode, but then we had a little situation with Sal not wanting to take his medication.
I get your point. I'm taking it now.
All right, good man. Good. That's a lot of that's a lot. Okay, good job. And I will also take my pill, as we established at the end of the episode.
Right. There you go.
Okay. All right. And I think I'm just gonna stand for this episode. I'm so sorry for our guest, but we do, I promise, actually have a guest for this episode. She should be arriving soon, so we're actually just going to get everything all prepped, and we'll be right back with our guest.
Magic, the Gathering.
There is no way to say that and make it sound cool.
Unless you like Magic the Gathering.
Unless you like Magic the Gathering. In which case you might be very into our show, Untapped Libraries.
It's a podcast where hosts Vinny and Neil,
that's us,
bring on a new guest each episode and talk to them about a Magic deck they love.
Maybe the deck has an exciting theme.
Like all dogs.
Or the cards are special in some way.
Like all custom painted.
Whatever it is, these decks are one of a kind.
If you don't like Magic the Gathering, be warned, the whole show is about it.
However, if you do like Magic, or used to like Magic, or might one day like Magic, then this podcast is for you.
Look us up or tell a friend. Untapped Libraries on the Podcavern Network.
No, I'm just saying, if you sit on the circular pillow, it eases the pressure.
Okay, fine. It just looks too fluffy. I don't know. Or not fluffy enough. Can you fluff it for me?
All right, I'll fluff it. Our guest is waiting, so you start the introduction.
All right. And then you tell me when I can sit down. All right. You've heard it, listeners. The thing you never thought would happen again. We do actually have a guest for this show. Please welcome to the show, elementary school teacher Miss Frazzle. Miss Frazzle, please welcome to the show.
Hello, curious minds. I'm so happy to be with you today.
Oh, we're happy to have you. One second. Sorry, Sal's just finishing up. I have a donut thing.
It's good.
Okay, great. I'm going to sit down just so I'm not standing during this interview. Okay. Thank you so much for coming on the show with us. We think educators in not just in Super City but across the world are so important and really under represented, and we just kind of wanted to pick your brain on what it's like to teach elementary
generation.
to teach students in Super City.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for having me on. And what a joy it is for me to not only spend my days teaching children, but come to this location and get
Yeah,
to impart fantastic knowledge on you because everybody's a curious mind.
yeah.
What we got to
They
do is
really are.
we got to tap into that.
I'm so grateful because it looks like you came right from school for this recording, right?
Oh, you bet I did. Good observation. Now that is called observation skills, and you just knocked it out of the park there.
Wow, thank
Um,
you.
if I'm not mistaken, there appears to be a vehicle full of children out parked on the street.
Yeah, you noticed my
Um,
tandem bike? Good job. Yeah.
So it's like a really
Yeah.
long bike. Oh yeah, I'm seeing that. There's a
oh
bunch of
wow,
kids on this
36
bike.
seats.
Wow.
That's the magic school bike. Yeah. I bring that
Good,
around with
good.
me with my children, and
Okay.
it's a magical experience. No matter how many kids there are, there's always enough
Uh-huh.
seats because there's always enough room in the
Wow.
vehicle of imagination and learning.
Oh
Wow.
wow,
Okay.
that's good.
So you do like a lot of field trips, I guess.
Absolutely. You can't learn everything inside four walls. You got to get out there. You got to
Hang
get
on.
messy. You know what's
Get
important?
messy. Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
you know what's
important?
important?
What's
Inviting
important?
chaos, making mistakes, and get very, very messy.
Jeez.
Inviting
Okay.
chaos.
Inviting chaos. Okay, hang on. I'm sorry. Are your students on a field trip right now?
You bet they are. Yeah, it is during normal school hours.
Yeah, okay. I'm realizing that.
Yeah,
I'm
Right.
realizing that. Yeah,
yeah,
okay, okay.
absolutely. They're out in your parking lot and they're
Yeah.
exploring asphalt. That is today's lesson.
That's today's
They
lesson.
appear to they
Yeah,
appear to be harassing a raccoon.
Okay, yeah. That's
yeah.
that
Well,
you should tell them that is a dangerous raccoon. That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
you know what? They're not going to learn if I tell them everything, right? They've got
That's
to
a fair point.
experience it
Okay,
for themselves.
I mean you are a teacher. You are supposed to
One
tell
second.
them
I just have
some
to
things.
take out my notebook. Just one second.
Okay,
Uh,
of course.
a course class on rabies.
Good.
Incurable diseases. Yes. Oh, my juices are flowing.
That's
Oh, good.
that's good. Okay, okay. I feel bad. There's a lot of broken glass in the parking lot.
Angus, we can't
Again,
be concerned about children all the time. Sometimes a weak link gets severed, you know?
That's a good point. That's a good point. Okay.
a feral dog.
There was
Wow.
yes, there is a roving pack of dogs outside as well. But okay, Miss Frazzle, I'm getting ahead of myself here.
Hmm.
You're teaching these kids. This is like they look to be about fourth or fifth graders, maybe a mix. Um,
It is a mix of fourth and fifth graders. Again, Angus, your observation skills off the charts.
th-
Yeah, one
thank
second.
you.
I'm just gonna reach into my pouch here. Here, gold star for you.
Oh, thank you. Oh wow. That feels funny on my skin.
Yes, it has ketamine in the
Oh,
sticky part.
good. Good. Okay, good. I was worried for a second we were going to get through an episode without bringing up amphetamines of some
Mhm.
kind. Good.
Oh, sorry,
Uh,
I had to go shout at that dog.
Shout at that dog. Well, you just missed it.
And you did a really good job shouting at that dog. Here, take a gold
oh,
sticker. Here you
Oh,
go.
hang
Thank
on,
you.
Sal. Don't
Look
let
at
it.
that.
Oh, it's on your skin. Okay. Well,
Oh, whoa.
it has ketamine in it, Sal. So
Oh,
yeah,
jeez.
yeah. So here we go again.
Oh, man.
Okay,
Listen,
just
can I
all
just break
right.
it down here for you a second? I have to take these kids on a
I'm
lot of
Please.
sweating
field
from my
trips.
eyelids.
I have to take these kids on a lot of
Yeah.
field trips, and sometimes a little bit of ketamine, a little bit of laying back in the classroom. It feels like a field trip. You know what I mean?
Just
You know? You
I'm
know?
seeing. Yeah. Oh yeah. I I do know what you mean. I know what you mean. I'm getting a sense that maybe you're when you're not on a field trip, your classroom's just kind of like an old fashioned opium den where it's just a lot of like pillows and blankets for people to like kind of like lay in. I'm just like,
Ooh,
oh,
All right.
am I the only one that knows what an
interesting.
old school opium den looks like?
I'm
Just
only
pulling
familiar
out
with the
my
new school ones.
notebook. Good old
School
school
opium.
opium den.
Miss Frazzle, I've been sort of reading through some of your accolades, your accomplishments in the teaching world, and this might be a little ignorant of me. I'm not a teacher, but a lot of these field trips look rather unorthodox.
Mm.
I'm seeing here the inside of a cat's fingernail, specifically. I've got another one here. How does the footrest work? And then this last one here just reads Stanford Prison Experiment.
Yeah, can you speak to that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So again, I could talk at kids as long as I want. I could, right? I could. But what are they going to absorb?
Mhm.
What are they going to absorb from me talking at them, right?
Probably nothing.
Instead, thank you, Sal. Exactly. So what we do is we start the day off with a conversation, not me talking at them, but a conversation.
Mhm.
Okay, and we
Ooh.
see where that conversation goes. Okay, and maybe that conversation goes to, oh, my aunt just got really sick because of her cat. Okay,
Mm.
fantastic. Let's go dive into that. Let's go dive into that, right? Or maybe sometimes
Cat
it's
scratch fever.
we're having a conversation and one of the kids pushes another child. It happens.
Oh.
It happens.
Mhm.
That is a
Yeah.
normal
Unfortunately.
childhood
I was pushed
development,
a
right?
lot as a kid. Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly. And then they don't apologize. Okay. Well,
Oh,
let's see.
well.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens if we just hurt people over and over again.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
just try. What
I see.
is important is the experience of doing it yourself.
Mhm.
Oh, got you.
Okay, so you're like
Yes.
hands-on learning. That's I can get behind that.
Oh.
Oh yes.
Okay. Well, Miss Frazzle, I kind of love to ask guests this kind of question, and I'm interested to hear from your perspective what it's like, because obviously a lot of people, most people in Super City have some kind of special power. I wonder, do you have like a superpower or anything that you use on the job?
Absolutely. I mean, it was kind of explained in the examples that Sal just gave, but I
Was it?
can put kids or anyone who wants to learn in any situation I want.
Wow.
Sometimes half-baked, not gonna lie. Sometimes
Mhm. Yeah.
I just go, oh, what an interesting
Ketamine can
idea.
do that.
I
Uh,
won't lie,
but I
with
can.
the cat
Mhm.
scratch one, I feel like it would have been maybe more sense to go into the person who was scratched and learn about the disease, but you went into the cat fingernail instead.
Listen, they
So
lived in a different town. That would have
it's
taken
okay.
ages.
You're right.
But
You're right.
I
Especially by bike.
How would you even get there exactly?
exactly. But we have a class cat, a little
Mhm.
class cat.
You have
So
a
I
class
thought, you know
cat?
what? We do? Yes, yeah. Floof. Isn't that cute?
Floof.
Little floof.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the kids
That's
go,
great.
I want to touche that floof. And I say, go ahead and touche that floof. But remember, you might get very ill.
You might get, because the cat hasn't gotten its shots.
But the benefit, of course, is then at that point the children can learn about illnesses derived from kittens.
Exactly.
Toxoplasmosis, cat scratch
Exactly.
fever,
So
Exactly.
feline
Just-
AIDS.
just to reiterate though, your power, because I'm such a big fan of these kinds of things. Your power
Yep.
is you can put people into any situation.
Yeah, I can shrink them down real small. I
see.
can blow them up real big.
Got it.
It
So you have
really,
some like reality warping powers. That's pretty scary.
Stunt.
yes. Yeah, I mean, I only use my powers for good. Let's be real. So
of
it's not
course,
like
of
it's
course.
scary
Teaching.
or
You're a
anything.
teacher.
Hey, guess let's dive into this a bit more. Oh, why
Uh-oh.
does not being in control scare you so much?
Oh, I'm gonna take a couple of steps away from
I'm
Angus here.
just gonna, well, just like the with such a great power, there is a correlating amount of responsibility that is also great.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm getting at, and it's
Okay.
just I would hate to see that kind of power in the hands of someone who didn't want the best for their students. Like if you were the kind of
Absolutely.
person who would get like mad at one of your students, you know what I mean, and in a moment make a rash decision. We're all human. We all get frustrated.
We're all ketamined
Yes.
up.
Yeah, we're all
Yeah.
riding the K right
Yeah.
now. But we've all said things that we wish we could take back, and I just mean with that power, I mean, you're under an immense amount of pressure. Kids can be very rude.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
you're surely overworked and underpaid. I can only assume.
Oh, Angus, it's tough out there. I used to have a budget for these field trips, and now I
Yeah.
certainly do not.
Yeah.
I will say that is one of the reasons for the asphalt field trip. It was kind of
Yeah.
a
Right.
best case scenario for doing this and getting to meet you, lovely, curious minds. But also, I can
Well,
only
one
do
of the
so
children's
many.
learning how to do a tourniquet.
Oh, fantastic. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Oh
That's part
God.
of that's the lesson plan today. That's perfect.
I was first.
It's
You're doing like a bit of a first aid lesson.
uh-huh, sure. Why not? The fun thing about my lesson planning is that again, starts with the conversation, leads wherever it
Mhm.
leads, and at the end of the day, whatever they've learned, I write it down. Lesson
Yeah.
plan accomplished.
How
Sensible.
how long have you been a teacher?
Oh, 79 years.
Wow.
Wow. You
Mm.
do not. If I may, it's not generally polite to say that, but like you do not look 79 at all.
Well, the kids keep me young,
They
and
keep you
I'm
young.
What do
always
you mean by
like,
that?
Yeah. What does that mean? What does that mean?
you know, they come into the classroom and they
Uh
fall
huh.
asleep for a little bit, and I go, shh,
Uh huh.
but just a little bit, but
Because I'm
just
looking
a,
outside. Those kids look
shh,
old. Those kids look old.
just listen.
A couple of those kids
The
have full
important
gray
thing
hair.
is, the important thing, we're kind of going off track here. The important thing is that
Mhm.
they are having a fantastic educational experience, and I get to continue to
Mhm.
give that to them. I have to say, I just look around at my cohort of teachers, and I have for the past
Of course.
6 decades as they've all gotten older, and I have
Mhm.
stayed pretty much the same
Right.
age. And
Almost 8 decades.
as yes, but I was thinking that the first decade I wasn't. Anyways, don't worry
Right.
about it. I
Didn't
did the
really
math in
count.
my head. It's
Yeah.
all good. It's all good.
It's
Uh,
good.
it's
You're not a
good.
math
It's good.
teacher.
Well, I can be. Let's
Ooh.
experiential learning can also be math. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Listen, curious
But your
mind.
One
cohorts, your
arm
cohort.
minus one arm is no arms, as
Good, right?
the children with the tourniquet is learning presently.
Okay, but sorry, I interrupted. You were talking about your cohorts, the other teachers you work with. They've been aging, and you have been.
Exactly. It is a tiresome profession, teaching.
Mhm.
You give of yourself and you give of yourself and you give of yourself. And as you mentioned before, we get less and less funding and support from the system. So really, what's a teacher going to do? Are they just going to continue on with
Yeah.
that? Get just tired and tired and tired, and by the end of their career, they're just dialing it in, or do you just take a little bit of the kids' youth, just a little bit, not enough that they're going to
Just a
notice, but
little
just a
bit.
little bit of their youth,
Just a little bit.
and you provide them with an experience like no other. Um, it, it
That's
it's all
sensible.
of my students, exactly all of my students. I've never ever gotten a bad review on Yelp,
Mhm.
and
Oh wow.
mhm, absolutely. And honestly, they come home a day, they're tired, and the parents say, "Wow, they're tired, they're ready for bed. This is fantastic."
Right.
This
That's great.
is reminding me of a bunch of things actually in Sal and my lives. Actually, we this year became kind of stewards or kind of co-parents of a young rascally little lad named Travis,
Oh
who's a
yeah.
bit of a feral child.
Mhm.
And it got to be so much that he's actually still at a like a long-term summer camp, the
Correctional facility.
the Super City Maximum Security
Summer camp.
which I honestly, like, we got so sidetracked with other stuff. I have not been checking in on him. I should write him. I'm going to write this down. I'm going to write him a letter and see how he's doing. But
He
like
can't read.
yes, he can.
Okay.
We taught him that archaic signal system. It's not an
Yes.
alphabet, but we use our language. But Miss Frazzle, you
Mhm.
are essentially a parent to looking like 20 plus kids there. Like that's got to be tough. That's got to be draining. We had just one kid to look after, and his powers were like he has metal teeth that he can
Mhm.
bite through
Yep.
anything, and he's
Precisely.
just a little ravenous little man. But like, do you find that the powers your students have make it more difficult for you?
I wouldn't say so.
Big
No,
pause.
no,
Big.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Well, I have to say the ketamine helps.
The
Definitely
ketamine helps.
dull. You're talking specifically not about their childhood vigor. You're talking about their powers, like their
I'm talking
superpowers.
about like the ability to light things on fire or fly
Yes,
or
yes, yes,
turn
yes, yes, yes,
into
yes,
a
yes, yes.
gaseous form. These
No,
kinds of things that just make
honestly,
it difficult to,
no. Everything's a learning opportunity. As soon as you see everything like a learning opportunity, then everything's a learning opportunity. It's as simple as that.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Sensible.
So you just take it as an opportunity to just kind of teach them like, oh, see, you burnt your classmate when you engulfed your body in flames. You are
Yeah.
resistant to flames, but not everyone
Mm-hmm.
else is. And then you get to spin
Exactly.
it off into a lesson on how to treat burns.
Mhm.
Exactly. Or how to roast marshmallows. It could go either direction.
Of course.
There's so many different
Well,
directions. Yeah,
I guess it could, yeah.
we could talk about heat. We could take a trip to the sun. We could I don't know,
You could
make some
take a
s'mores.
trip to the sun?
Absolutely.
How would you take a trip to the sun?
She can
Just
put people in
jump
situations.
on the
Right? So just the
tandem.
situation.
Well, we jump on the tandem bike, which is our magic school bike,
Uh-huh.
and it will take us to the sun, and we'll explore.
Mhm.
We'll get really hot. We'll get really hot as we get closer
Of
to it.
course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But as soon as
And
they
so that
start,
first child that suffered the burn. The first
yeah,
child
we'll make sure
who
not. We
suffered
will
the burn.
definitely, yeah, we will not treat the burn until we're back, right? We need to have the full experience of learning about
Smart.
heat,
Of course.
conduction, all of that, entropy, and then when we come back to Earth,
Entropy?
yeah,
Yeah.
heat,
Yeah.
conduction, and
Yeah.
entropy. Yeah. Mhm.
Entropy. And if you lose a student, that's just another lesson, I surely I hate to get so morbid, but have you ever lost a student on one of these trips?
I have thankfully never on purpose lost a student.
Well, of course,
Oh,
on
okay.
purpose.
There's been a couple occasions where they've been misplaced. So this one time, okay, this is wild. This is wild. Are you ready? Are you sitting down? Hold on to your
I
homework.
am.
Here we go.
She
So this
seems
one
so
time,
excited about a story.
we
That seems like a tragedy.
we we all jumped on the magic tandem school bike, and we
Right.
got really, 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 really small, and we went
Okay.
inside a bee's home. Now, curious minds, do we know what a bee's home is called?
Oh, that's a hive.
Yeah.
Yes, good job, Sal. Here, take another sticker.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And it was just
He
okay.
is
So
drooling.
we're in. It's a small sticker. The
It's
kids
not-
don't have this reaction.
Well, they're used to it at this point.
I have no resistance to ketamine.
Right. So we're in the hive, and the students are
Mhm.
having just the most wonderful time, right? We're learning about honey. We're learning about the how a colony works, a colony of bees,
Mhm.
and then one of the bees looks at my student Ralph and is like, "Hey, we can talk bee also. We learned how to talk
Of
bee."
course.
Of
It's
course,
like
you do
buzz,
a
buzz,
dance or
buzz, but
something.
exactly,
Oh,
yeah.
nice,
Well,
yeah.
it's a lot of buzzing as well. Anywho, goes, it's your turn to go sleep with the queen, and
Got it. Yes. So Ralph went and
no,
slept with the queen.
absolutely
Okay.
not,
Because
absolutely
that
not. That
would
would have been
explain the
inappropriate.
bee human hybrids we've been seeing running around. But it
Yes,
must be a separate thing.
these are fifth graders.
That's an excellent question, Sal. What Sal is asking is, how did you get out of such a crazy predicament?
Oh, we just jumped on the tandem bike and got out of there. But first, we also learned about
Mm.
consent.
Oh, that's great. That's a good lesson to teach. Now, this
Exactly.
was kind of teed up as a story in which maybe you accidentally, not on purpose, lost someone. Did you lose anyone?
Sorry, lost a child's virginity.
I see. So he did sleep.
No, I
That's a
didn't.
bee.
But it was close. It was close.
Yeah. The bee. He almost slept with a queen bee. Got it.
Exactly.
Got it. Well, it's funny
And to be
because
clear,
there
it would
was
have
like
been sorry.
No, please,
It would have
please
been a
clarify.
big moment in this young student's life. It would have
Of
really would have been huge, but
It would.
that
Well,
that wasn't
it's
on the permission form.
of course. It's just I got it in my head because like our we also coach a softball team, and one of the teams we played against was a bunch of little half kid half bees. So it's just, but again, it must be something totally different. It must be, because that'd be a terrible. You'd probably lose your ability to teach if something like that happened. So, and who knows what you would do if someone tried to take away your class? You'd have to go on the run or something, right? Because you just care about this class so much. What's
Angus, Sal, can I tell you a
Yes.
secret?
Anything.
I went back and I fucked a bee.
You fucked the bee. Hell yes, you did. Put it up. Give me 5.
Yes.
Hell yeah. How was it? Life finds a way.
I mean, there was a lot of vibration happening, and I didn't hate it.
Okay. Wow. You told them, you're like, kids, get out of here. Go wait on the bike. You threw them the keys. You're like, go wait on the bike.
Oh, it was after hours.
Oh, it's after you went back.
After
I see. You're so responsible. This is amazing. Well, I think the world, not just Super State, I think the world would benefit from having more teachers like you. And we're almost at time, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on, like, if you had to sum it up to our listeners, what do you think's most important about teaching the next generation of citizens? Like these people who are going to take what we've done and carry it forward. How do you crystallize that into a concept to end a podcast?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think at the end of the day, and I've said this once and I'll say it a million times, you need to invite chaos, make mistakes, and get very, very messy. Don't stay in your sanitized classrooms with your cell phones and your computers. You gotta get out there, man. You gotta. Oh, sorry, I just touched my sticker. Sorry, I just touched a sticker.
All right.
Woo! You gotta get out there, man.
It's okay.
You gotta experience the world. You gotta do things for yourself. You gotta whoa! You gotta.
Okay, I feel like a square only having the one sticker, so I'm gonna dip into a few more of these stickers too. That's gonna do it for us here at Heroes Don't Do Paperwork. Remember, for those of you listening at home, try to do the right thing. Superheroes, something like that. Sal, Miss Frazzle's right. We've been playing it too safe for too long. We've been cooped up in this office. We haven't gone out. We haven't invited chaos. We haven't done the second thing, and we certainly haven't gotten messy.
I'm looking up apiaries.
You're gonna go find some bees? Miss Frazzle, sorry. Do you want to go pick up bees with us?
Hey.
Let's do this.
As I said, anytime my tandem bike has enough seats for absolutely anyone who wants to come along.
Hell yeah. Whoa. All right, Sal, let's go. Just help me. Let's all get okay.
Link arms.
Link arms, everybody. Link arms.
Hold on to your homework, folks. Here we go.
Whoa. Hey, everybody. Angus here. As always, Sal Bedfellow was played by Matthew Wally. Miss Frazzle was played by Chelsea Fahey. Chelsea's an improviser and performer in Ottawa, and is part of the musical improv group Belt. You can find them on social media at Belt Improv. If you like the show and want to support it, or any of the other shows in the Podcavern Network, head on over to podcavern.com and check out our merch store. We've got lots of cool hats, hoodies, t-shirts, stuff like that. Anything you buy there helps us keep the lights on here. Thanks for listening.